Patriots are coached by Chelsea Clarker. The athletic trainer is Haley Black.
And we are back here in Florence, South Carolina, here at Hartzler Field. Joining us today is the Barton College Bulldogs, being hosted by your Francis Marion University Patriots. A little bit of history between these two teams dates all the way back to September 21st, 1995. The Francis Marion University Patriots lead the all-time series against Barton, 6 wins, 2 losses. The last time these two teams faced off, September 2nd, 2003. Barton College came out with a 2-1 victory in that match. If you're just now tuning into the live stream, I'm Alex Wober, the voice of your Francis Marion University Patriots. And we are set to kick off here in Conference Carolina's women's soccer action between these two squads fighting their way in the table still. These are the last 2 matches for the Patriots left on their schedule for the regular season until Conference Carolina's tournament play starts. They'll play here tonight against Barton, and then their last match away against Erskine. That'll be October 30th at 2 o'clock. Check out Erskine's website if you want to check out a live stream for that match. Otherwise, we're about to get started here, and we'll talk a little bit about Barton before we go on with the Francis Marion University Patriots. Barton comes into this matchup with 6 wins, 5 losses, 3 ties. And they are sitting in the pretty much direct middle of the table as of right now. As of the games of yesterday, they are 4 conference points behind Belmont Abbey, and Barton right now sitting at 6th place in the conference. Francis Marion sitting at 12th place in the standings at the moment. They are looking to get another win here at home. 1 win on the road, 1 win here at Hartzler Field. That 1 win coming against Converse, a 1-0 win for the Patriots. Lindsey Downey ended up scoring in that match. And Barton is set to kick off here. We've got pretty much clear skies. The sun is out. The field is in excellent condition as we are kicked off here in Florence, South Carolina at Hartzler Field, as the Patriots quickly won the ball back. And they'll give it up and win it right back. That's Haley Russell coming up from the wing. She'll end up with it, playing it back to the defense. That's Gianna Ferrigny. I believe we're pronouncing that right. The defender from Brick, New Jersey. Gianna Ferrini, I believe, is what we're getting word from. That's out of bounds. That's a throw-in now for Barton, taken by Ferrini. Well, we'll say Ferrigny with the G in that last name. We'll stick with that tonight. No pronunciation here for the defender from New Jersey, but we'll go with Ferrigny here as Ambria Hills is on the wing, putting some pressure on this Bulldog defense. Now a throw-in for the Patriots as they are now in Bulldog territory. The 2021-22 Conference Carolinas Championship season will be here soon. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com/championships to learn more about all the 2021-22 Conference Carolina Championships. As the Patriots have been awarded their first corner kick here in the first half. And that'll be taken by J.G. Gueron, the freshman midfielder from Fort Mill, South Carolina. And it's a low cross. And they'll be awarded another corner kick. Deflected off of the Bulldogs. Gueron to take it again. Another low corner. McEwen not able to get to it. She'll stumble down in the box. As Barton has it at midfield. That'll be out of bounds for a Bulldogs throw-in. Ferrigny to take it. Touchy play from both sides. It ends up in the Patriots' favor. Free kick for FMU. McEwen will flick it into the defense of Barton. Jordan White will end up back with it. She'll find Ellie Ray, who sends a nice, pretty ball down the line to Lalandra Jarvis. She'll be chased down by Haley Grunberg, the sophomore defender out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who gets there first and causes an FMU throw-in. Nawahina ends up with it. Gueron plays it to Hills on the left side. Gueron, one of the more aggressive players for this Patriot squad with a rare give up. She always fighting for the ball. Leads the team in fouls. As Barton here sits with it. That's Haley Russell trying to get things going in the middle of the field. And we have clarification on the J.G. Gueron statistic. She is tied with Jordan White with 15 fouls. Like I was saying, though, FMU, an aggressive squad, they don't back down to anyone. They're always going to be a stubborn unit against defenses and offenses. As Willits' punt is to Ray, but that'll go out of bounds for a Barton throw-in. That's Russell taking it. Give and go to Russell through the legs of Ezagure. Nice cut by Bronson, but that sails wide right. Kayla Willits goal kick. Under 40 minutes remaining here in the first half. Ball is down, flicked off of McEwen. She'll end up back with it. Makes a cut. Ends up back with Barton, who will clear it to midfield. Jordan White trying to get around Haley Russell, and she will. And ends the ball down line that barely stays in bounds, but Ferrigny outpaces Jarvis. This Barton squad looking very technical when they're in possession of the ball. Good defense early on by the Patriots. Garon will take a shot. All right, a little bit off target. Goal kick here for Rachel Cox, the junior out of Wilson, North Carolina. Barton plays it outside to Vorholt. Patriots with it here. McEwen had nobody to play it to. Scooped up by Cox. Russell at midfield sends a long ball past the defense. Willits with a big play. A little bit of a collision from both players, but they seem to be okay. As Willits will punt it towards midfield. Back with the Bulldogs. Barton still in possession. Hill's pressured and Barton keeps it. Nice cuts here from Olivia Bronson. She's defended, pressured by Jarvis. Trying to get her foot in there. Ferrigny. Little chip pass there, intercepted by McCombs, who will knock it out of bounds for a Barton throw-in. Yeah, it's a goal kick for Willits. Barton couldn't keep it in bounds. Barton tried to play a ball down line. We believe that was Ashley Dacus, the junior midfielder from Prince Frederick, Maryland. It's a deep throw in here for McCombs. And they'll get a little bit more downfield as it's deflected again out of bounds by Barton. Garon, her pass is deflected, and it's a goal kick for Willits. Played short. And out of bounds. Jarvis couldn't keep it in play. Barton will find Bronson. McEwen plays it past the defense. Keely Bowen comes back with it. 2-on-1 there for McEwen. Tough play for the forward. And now Ahino with some strength wins the ball back for FMU. And there's that physicality we've been talking about. Deflected off of the Patriots. The Bulldogs have a throw in here on the right side. Cox will scoop that one up. And she'll lay it down and send it towards Russell, who flicks it. Aguirre will clear it past midfield. We're seeing her play in the defense as well as McCombs. McCombs playing forward a few games ago. Aguirre playing midfield. A different strategy here for head coach Chelsea Parker. Also using Ambria Hills on the wing. Got a lot of speed and aggression up top here with McEwen, Hills, and Jarvis. We'll see if the strategy here late in the season for head coach Chelsea Parker will pay off, as the score here is still 0-0 in Florence, South Carolina, here at Hartzler Field. Goal kick from Cox. As Aguirre will play it towards Jarvis. Jarvis was looking for McEwen. Couldn't find her. Hands back up in the Bulldogs' feet. Russell will have it. She'll turn. That'll be an FMU throw-in as Barton failed to keep it in bounds. Dangerous play. Ends back up with Barton. Shot opportunity in the back of the net for the Bulldogs. That's Cassie Cruel, the junior midfielder from Rockport, Maine. Just outside the 18. Puts it in the back right corner. Willits unable to get a fingertip on it. Bulldogs lead 1-0. Here in the first 15 minutes of play. The Patriots down 1 early in the first half. Barton has it here as Bronson play in the wing. Vorholt unable to keep it in. Garon looking for McEwen. McEwen looks out of gas on that run. Jarvis close to connecting with the clearance from keeper Rachel Cox. Jordan White will play it back to Willits. Who plays it back to White. Ends up in Jarvis's feet. Out of bounds off of Cruel on the Bulldog side. Garon intercepts as Aguirre will play it back to Willits. And it's a battle of the headers here as it finally lands back here on earth. Barton on the counter. And a whiff there from defender Haley Grunberg, as that could have been dangerous. Now Ahina out physical. Cassie Cruel there to win the ball back. Aggressive play that we've talked about so far. Ambria Hills on the wing. Tries to send a ball in, Vorholt there. It is a one-on-one here, Ezagure and Bronson. FMU has to send it out of bounds. Throw in for the Bulldogs. One-on-one opportunity there. A foul called just outside the box. You treat it like a short corner kick almost if you're FMU here, as well as Barton. Another opportunity here for the Bulldogs to put one in the back of the net. No card given, but a foul rewarded here to Barton. As the sun is beaming here in Florence, South Carolina, we are trying to block it out and see who's taking the free kick for Barton. Ball is in. Flicked, headed, and shot out of bounds. Goal kick for Willits. And we believe Haley Russell was the one taking that for Barton. To Jarvis' side, who is definitely fouled by Ferrigny. Free kick here for the Patriots. And that ends up back with Barton. Haley Russell, defended by Jordan White. Plays it to Bronson, who gets a turn on Ezagure, cuts. Had a lot of open space for. Ball over the top, scooped up by Willits. And Willits quickly plays it forward to Garon, who is defended by Caitlin Bragg. And ends up off of Garon for a Barton throw-in. Long ball to the defense. Good job by the Patriots defense there, but back on their toes they are as a ball was sent to Russell, but luckily for that Patriots squad, she will be called offsides. Willits' goal kick reaches midfield. Handball here. Rarely see those called, and there's one right there for the fans at home. Conference Carolinas is committed to aligning with businesses that share our common values and, like us, strive to attain excellence and virtue in all endeavors. We work hard to make our corporate partnerships a truly beneficial relationship through mutually agreed upon customization that will lead to unparalleled exposure. Conference Carolinas would like to thank their current corporate partners. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more about Conference Carolinas corporate partners here as Ambria Hills started making a run down the left wing. That was ended by Barton, but ends up back with Hills, out of bounds, Patriots throw in. Out of bounds again, Patriots throw in. They're working that sideline. Hoping to get maybe another corner kick opportunity here. And that'll be McCombs taking the throw in. Offsides, Hills is called. A close call, but one that will get called a lot. Embria Hills offside by just a few feet. Now as the Bulldogs will take a free kick here from the back line. Big boot to about half field. Stays with Vorholt. Ends up back with the Patriots. Garon has it. Looks for Jarvis. Flicks it off of Jarvis. Barton ends up back with it. Garon, physical play, will eventually be called a foul and a free kick for the Bulldogs. And McCombs beautifully defends the close opportunity for the Bulldogs. Ball was played to Hills there. She won't be able to outrun it. Ends up in the feet of Rachel Cox. Back to Hills. She finds Jarvis. Defended by Ferrigny. White for FMU ends up with it, and it's deflected off of Russell. Russell and the Bulldogs on the counter. Bronson on Ezagure makes a cut, and she looked to play the ball over top. Adkins there to defend it. A shove in the back there from Keely Bowen. That's a free kick here at about midfield for Francis Marion University. Taken by defender Gracie Adkins. Long ball into McEwen. And ends up back with Barton, who will clear it out of bounds for another Patriots throw-in. 20 minutes remaining here in the first half of play in Florence, South Carolina, here at Hartzler Field. Jordan White with a cut, finds Ellie Ray, and nobody there for the Patriots. An opportunity for the Bulldogs here. Great defense from Adkins, who closes off that opportunity. Substitution now for the Bulldogs. Look, the switch fields there was Haley Russell, but nobody there for the Bulldogs. Brenna McCombs ends up back with it, and she'll send it down line. It'll stay in bounds. And McEwen not able to get the corner on it. Ends up back with FMU. Intercepted. Handball would have been called. Ended up back with the Patriots, but they gave it up to the Bulldogs. That'll be out of bounds for a Barton throw-in. Head coach Chelsea Parker was avid about the handball, but no call here from our officials today. As a physical attempt there from Avery Vorholt. She learned very quickly who J.G. Garon was. A brick wall runs right into her and ends up on her back. And J.G. Garon, when she's had her opportunities, she has shined for this Patriots team. And as a freshman, that's incredibly impressive. And you have to be excited if you're head coach Chelsea Parker for the future. McEwen will chase down, ends up with Russell of Barton. She'll play it back to Ferrigny. Jordan White intercepts, taps it to Nawahina, who looked to play Jarvis on the wing. It's intercepted by Ferrigny. Bronson falls, but she's able to stay with it. Well, midfield play here from the Bulldogs. Patiently opening up a shot attempt. Bronson had one for a moment. We'll play Russell on the wing, who tried to cross it in. It's scooped up by Willits. Michaela Willits, the goalkeeper for the Patriots, been another bright spot against a Patriots team who has given up a lot of goals this season, but she has given it her all and had some incredible saves throughout the year. We may add to that. But yeah, another player for Chelsea Parker who has shined this season. As we'll have some substitutions for the Patriots. Jadalyn Taylor comes in for Ellie Ray, as well as Faith Allen will come in for Lalandra Jarvis. Throw in here from Ferrigny. Spin move successfully executed by Ferrigny. Clearance by McCombs of FMU ends up as a throw in for Barton. Played quickly. Jordan White there to defend. Over the top ball there is Aguirre. Onsides. Shot out of bounds just over the crossbar. That was Hannah Johnson, the freshman forward from Oneonta, New York. I believe we're pronouncing that correctly. Dangerous play here from the back line of FMU. Jordan White barely keeps that ball in bounce and then quickly gives it up to Ferrigny. She'll turn and find Russell on the sideline. Back with Ferrigny. Barton patiently waiting for an opening as they'll work that midfield and play the back line. Stays with the Bulldogs. Substitution here for the Bulldogs now. That's Cassie Krull coming off. And coming on the pitch here is Raven Fulse, freshman midfielder from Portland, Texas. Ends up a goal kick for the Patriots. And besides that one shot that just went over the crossbar and the goal from the Bulldogs, Both sides really haven't had many opportunities. Been a defensive match so far despite the one goal from Barton. Barton looking to change that right here. Shot for the Bulldogs directly to Willits. That'll be a save for the junior goalkeeper. And McEwen will send the ball towards Faith Allen. She can outrun it, but Ferrigny there trailing. And we have seen lots of action here on this right side of the field. McEwen tries to stay with it and gets it to White. Jordan White looking for McEwen. And the Bulldogs will play it out of bounds, keep it a throw-in for the Patriots. And headed out of the box there was, I believe, Evie Kenna. Excuse me, that's Haley Grunberg, who was down for a second, but she's back up and running. Adkins was going to let it roll out. Another opportunity here for the Bulldogs. Played to Russell. Bad touch from Russell there. And Nawahina with some good defense ends that chance for the Bulldogs. And that touch from Haley Russell going to haunt her all day, as she had a one-on-one with keeper Michaela Willits, but that first touch ends up destroying that opportunity for the Bulldogs. Something my old coach and teammates used to say day in and day out was first touch. And after that, we started working on our first touch, but that's unfortunate for the Bulldogs, as they still hold a 1-0 lead with under 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Patriots with a throw in here from Faith Allen. Into the box, that's McEwen. And that was a shot from Jadalyn Taylor just over the top crossbar. As a crucial opportunity that could be for Haley Russell and that Barton squad. Something they'll look back on in film, but a moment you can't dull over when you're playing this game. You got to move on to the next play, and that's exactly what these players know and will do. And if you're a fan of the Apple TV drama Ted Lasso, be a goldfish, have a 10-second memory. That's exactly what you have to do when you're playing this sport and you miss an opportunity like Haley Russell did on the last counterattack for Barton. And the defense here with time for FMU. They'll give it back to Barton. Short play, Jadalyn Taylor able to clear that out of bounds for a Bulldogs throw-in. Barton in the box now. Cleared again, this time Adkins. That ends up still with Barton, as Ferrigny will play it. As Aguirre tries to keep it to a throw-in, and she will. Barton throw in here again. Ferrigny has it, makes a double move, and Willits with a diving save. Not a powerful enough shot there from Ferrigny, as that's an easy dive and scoop for junior keeper Michaela Willits. And this defense now with a lot of pressure on them, and Ferrigny will get it past midfield. And she'll do it again. Played down line to Russell, who keeps it in bounds and skates by Jordan White. She's got a lot of pace. That's saved by Willits out of bounds, where they'll actually say a goal kick here, as I might have missed it, and not a deflection off of Willits. An odd angle for us up here in the press box, but they'll say a goal kick there on the pitch, and we'll call it as we see it. As the sun is setting here in Florence, South Carolina, the lights soon to be lit here at Hartzler Field. Hard foul there from Ferrigny on McEwen. Free kick for FMU. Adkins flicked off of Taylor. Ends up with Allen. Garon will try to get it to Nawahina, but that's booted back past midfield to Jordan White, who can't handle the pace of Haley Russell. Turns around, knocks it out of bounds. And Russell and Ferrigny will be subbed out here with 5 minutes left in the first half. I'll let those two get a breather here ahead of the halftime break. Those two have been heavily involved in the Bulldogs' chain of play. Jordan White will head it out of bounds. Barton will get a little bit more closer. Will play it short. McEwen pressuring the defense. Garon can't stay with it. Aggressive play from Garon. Free kick for the Bulldogs. Garon not thrilled with the call. Nawahina will try to get it out, and she does. Gets it to Faith Allen. Jordan White says, my ball. Gets it downfield. And McEwen almost falls over, but pressures the defense. Says that she might have gotten tripped, but no call from the officials. McEwen again down the wing. Kept it in bounds, but Barton there to intercept. Dangerous game played there by the Bulldogs, Francis Marion came close to intercepting it. Jordan White with an unsuccessful slide tackle as Barton looks to go on with another opportunity here before the second half. The Bulldogs will give it up here to McCombs. McCombs back with it. Barton will stay with it. That's Emily Pichardo, the freshman midfielder from Reading, Pennsylvania, who subbed in for Haley Russell there, trying to make something of the play. Barton's still with it. On the counter. Adkins with heavy pressure. Played down line to Pichardo. Intercepted by Taylor. FMU on the counter. Faith Allen cuts inside. And McEwen, possible little give and go situation here. Jada Pearson not able to outrun McEwen's over the top ball. Minute 10 remaining here in the first half, as keeper Rachel Cox will get it past midfield.
1 minute remaining.
Possibility for about one or two more counterattacks or opportunities to draw up, but 50 seconds remaining. Looks like Barton will try and play it a little safe here. And an almost unsafe play as they finally get it up to midfield. McEwen, 35 seconds. Down line to McCombs, spreading the field here. McCombs sends a ball in, flicked. Ball in the air, 21 seconds, scooped up eventually by Rachel Cox. 18 seconds remaining, now 10. As I was a little bit behind the clock, unfortunately.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And that'll end the first half of action here at Hartzler Field in Florence, South Carolina. We'll take a quick halftime break and return back to action here with Wednesday night soccer.
Choosing a college isn't easy. There are lots of choices to make and so many variables to consider. How do you know when you've found just the right place? The right college will make you feel at home, and that begins with a sense of place. At Francis Marion University, we have a beautiful campus that's safe, well-maintained, and filled with smiling faces. It's the kind of place where you feel you belong, where you wake up in the morning and know that the day ahead will be one you'll savor and enjoy. Now, that doesn't mean life at FMU is easy. There will be challenges. Hard work is expected. We take our academics seriously. You should too. Earning one of our degrees is a real achievement. But some toil, some time invested in a difficult task, that's okay. That's how you grow, how you become someone. FMU is a comprehensive public university, and when it comes to academics, our students have a wide range of choices. We offer more than 75 majors and courses of study. Our professional schools in healthcare, engineering, business, and education are all well known and respected across the state. At the same time, the arts and the sciences remain the core of what we do. They are the perfect foundation for a successful career and a meaningful life. Programs are important, and we'll continue to work to produce new curriculum that meets the needs of our changing world. But we also know that a great education is less about what is taught and more about who is doing the teaching. FMU's faculty is made up of distinguished scholars and renowned researchers. They're experts in their field and expert teachers too. They love the give and take of the classroom and revel in the progress their students make. In FMU's intimate academic environment, where small classes are the norm, you'll get to know a lot of these dedicated men and women. Some you will remember forever. The academic work and its rewards are why you are here. But there will be a time and place for play, too. We have more than 60 different student organizations and field teams in 14 NCAA sports. A robust schedule of extracurriculars is a big part of each semester. You'll find space here for rest and relaxation. You'll make new friends and build relationships that last a lifetime. And then, almost as quickly as it all began, it will be over. You will graduate and move on to a life and career full of promise. You'll leave memories behind. You'll leave FMU, but you'll be welcome back anytime. Home is like that, you know. Welcome home. Welcome to FMU.
This is Conference Carolinas.
The Swamp Fox Club is the fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swamp Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 The world is changing, and Francis Marion University is leading the way as it prepares the young men and women for the future. We've added 5 new classroom buildings and 13 new academic programs in the past 6 years, and more are on the way. We're preparing to build a new environmental research center. We're expanding programs in engineering, business, education, healthcare, and the arts and sciences, and we're adding new fields when they're needed. When tomorrow comes, we'll be ready. Best of all, our students will too.
And we are back here in Florence, South Carolina, here at Hartzler Field, as we are set to get back to action here in the second half of Wednesday night women's soccer. Following up this match against Barton, the men's soccer team here for Francis Marion will face off as well against Barton College. That'll be around 7:30, or excuse me, 7 o'clock. As Barton coming back into this half with a 1-0 lead. Same lineup out for the Patriots, as they now will be attacking the left side of the field. And the Patriots in dire need of a win here at home and a win in general. Patriots looked eager to get this second half started as they were running and getting warmed up on the sideline, as Nawahina will look to play it towards Faith Allen. Jarvis, the only one not returning to the lineup, who started in the first half. McCombs almost keeps it in bounds. That flies out of bounds for a throw in for Barton. And they'll have Bronson, who will give it away. Faith Allen loses it. Adkins. That'll be off the hand of Bronson. Free kick for the Patriots, just around the back line. Now, as the sun has fallen down here in Florence, South Carolina, we can finally see the play from the opposite side of the field up here at the press box. Now Ahina ends up with it at midfield. Long ball towards Allen. She'll keep it in. And that will fall out of bounds, deflected off of a Bulldog defender. I believe that to be Ferrigny. Corner kick for FMU. And taking the corner kick is J.G. Garon. Garon's kick is played short to Hills. Ball in, caught by Rachel Cox. Fakes the rollout. And she'll send a punt downfield. Over the head of Nawahina. That's Haley Russell. As Bronson on the wing. Makes a cut inside. Still has it. Makes another cut on Adkins. And almost a beautiful assist from Barton there. Olivia Bronson made a solo run towards the left side of the box and made a quick pass to number 9, Lexis Goldberg, the sophomore forward out of Sanford, North Carolina, just inches away from that left post. Willits will play it out of bounds. Another Barton throw in here. shot. Diving attempt from Willits. One-handed save. And as we were talking about in the first half, junior keeper Michaela Willits has the ability to stretch out for those shots. And she showcased her abilities there as she is a true bright spot for this Patriots squad and the future of this Patriots squad. Head coach Chelsea Parker has talked all season about Willits and how she's improved and earned her spot as the starting keeper. And I'd say that proves why she's the starting keeper for the Patriots right there with that one-handed dive. Possible play of the month here from Michaela Willits. On the counter, Barton will end it for FMU. As Aguirre will boot it downfield, and Faith Allen looks to outrun the Barton defenders, but she cannot. Still with FMU. Played out to Allen, who looked to send it in the box, but it sails behind the net. As we have a goal kick here from Rachel Cox. Short kick. Hill's trying to stay with it. And she'll be fouled. Free kick here for the Patriots. This free kick will be taken by J.G. Garon. And they're trying to treat this like a corner kick. Three-man wall here for the Bulldogs. And her free kick will curl left out of bounds. Goal kick for Cox. Barton gets it taken away by Hills. Garon makes a cut. Has McEwen, who will lose it. That's the defense there. Jordan White pressured by Haley Russell. Makes a step over and sends it back to Willits. The Conference Carolinas Digital Network, powered by Blue Frame, is the official digital network of Conference Carolinas. It will encompass all original programming from Conference Carolinas. The Conference Carolinas Digital Network is available online at conferencecarolinas.dn.com, as well as on platforms such as Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. Mobile devices including iPhone, iPad, and Android will also work with the default web browser. Learn more and start watching now on conferencecarolinas.dn.com. As we have a foul here. Free kick. Possibly a foul, late foul call, or a offsides. Regardless, free kick for the Patriots. They'll quickly play it. Faith Allen staying with it. She's got Ferrigny on her back and not able to get the pass out wide. Too hard of a pass there from Cassie Cruel. the leading goal scorer today for the Bulldogs, the lone goal scorer, I shall say, for Barton. Quick play from McCombs, played to Adkins, who will boot it towards McEwen, flicks it to Allen, and almost a beautiful play drawn up there by McEwen. Allen not able to stay with it. It was taken away by a Barton defender, as Willits will have an easy scoop up here. And she'll play it quickly to Azaguirre. Bronson makes a cut inside. And miscommunication from both sides, but Barton will end up back with it. Ambria Hills with a block on the shot. Another block from Adkins. Another diving one-handed save from Michaela Willits. As it almost looks like we're watching it in slow motion from up here. That's how long she's stuck up in the air. She's getting up there, and that's her second one-handed diving save in this half. A decent shot attempt from Cassie Krull of Barton, as that corner kick ends up in the hands of Willits. She'll slow it down here for the Patriots. A booming punt there makes it to midfield. Barton will play it forward. Down line, that's Russell. And Russell finds the back of the net. As I thought that one was heading out of bounds. Russell finds and catches the corner of the net. I think Willits thought that one was heading out of bounds as well. Second goal for the Bulldogs. 2-0 lead with just about 34 minutes left here in the second half. Patriots have to get something going here in the second half quickly. Marion University has been around for more than 50 years, but now more than ever, we are looking to the future. 13 new programs in 6 years. Majors in engineering, advanced healthcare, environmental science, and more on the way. New programs that meet the challenges of tomorrow. Your future depends on what you study today. And at FMU, your future is bright. Marion University Athletics would like to thank a couple sponsors here. Adidas, Circle Park Behavioral Health Services, Ken Jackson and Remax Professionals, Zaxby's, Waffle House, Quincy's Steakhouse, State Farm and Agent Jim Stewart, King Cadillac Buick GMC, and McLeod Sports Medicine. As we return back to action, throw in here for the Patriots. Out of bounds again. Throw in here for FMU. And that's back in play as Aguirre gets it over to White, and that heads out of bounds. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Bronson, very technically sound. Willits will play it out wide to McCombs. Hills with pressure has Guerin. Guerin will switch field, and Ferrigny was there. Gets it up to Bronson. who's defended by Ezegire. And she'll try to get it up to McEwen. Bronson plays it over to Bragg. And that's into the arms of keeper Michaela Willits. Too much mustard on that pass from Caitlin Bragg, the midfielder, senior from Swansboro, North Carolina. Throw in here for the Bulldogs. Now Ahina finds Hills. Now Ahina will play McCombs, who finds McEwen, plays it back to Garon, and back into the feet of Bulldogs here. Making a move there is Alexis Goldberg. McCombs staying with her defensively and makes it a throw-in for Barton. Substitution incoming for the Patriots. That looks to be Lalandra Jarvis on the sideline. And McCombs down on the play. As we'll have trainers come out for McCombs as she took an awkward fall trying to get the ball out of bounds for a Barton throw-in. As we were watching from up here, we try to see what's going on down there on the pitch. McCombs looks to be in a little bit of pain as she's unable to fully extend her leg. She'll be helped up by trainer Haley Black. And she's able to walk on her own. Conference Carolinas has a rich tradition and roots that dates back to its early initial inception on December 6th, 1930. Conference Carolinas believes in the development and formation of the whole person in body, mind, and soul. Our students are nationally recognized for their extraordinary success in the classroom, in the community, and at the highest levels of NCAA competition. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more about Conference Carolinas. Jalen Taylor now will come in for McCombs. McEwen will win it for the Patriots. She'll play Hills. And that's out of bounds. Haley Grunberg defending Hills there. Substitution for both sides. 3 subs here for the Bulldogs, 1 for the Patriots. That's Faith Allen coming off for Lalandra Jarvis. And Bronson, surprisingly, coming off for the Bulldogs, who has been a big impact. She's had a big impact on this Bulldogs squad so far. She's technically sound, and we have seen that as she has weaved through the defense tonight and been involved heavily in the counterattacks and offense for Barton. There'll be a throw-in, or excuse me, free kick for the Bulldogs here, as an offsides call on McEwen awards Barton with the free kick from the back line. Ellie Ray will head it. As that's into the feet of Nawahina. She'll turn. Get it to Garon. Was looking for McEwen. Garon looking for McEwen again. Intercepted by the Bulldogs, deflected off of Garon and out of bounds for a Bulldogs throw-in. 2 more substitutions here for Barton, as it looks like they're putting, this is 5 subs here in the last 2 minutes. As half of the team being subbed out almost. Ball played too hard by Barton. McEwen has it and plays Taylor. And Taylor would have been looking for McEwen, but she was not there. Now Wahina has to play Adkins. Over the top ball for White. And she's not able to get there, but that's deflected off of White as Ferrigny will take the throw in for Barton. Throw in here, won back by the Patriots. As Barton back on the attack. Quickly, they'll give it up. And the Patriots will give it back up to the Bulldogs. Barton will stay with it. Aggressive play here from Cambria Oldham, a freshman midfielder from Southport, North Carolina. Adkins will make a fake and play it out wide to Nawahina. Good techers from Nawahina. Gets it down line to Hills, who's not able to get it to McEwen. Hills sends a ball towards Jarvis, who's able to get ahead on it. They'll both fall down, and with a collision there, Barton will end up back with it. Hills intercepts. Has McEwen to her left. She'll take a shot, and it's saved by Rachel Cox. She had 4 or 5 Barton defenders chasing her down and had an opportunity to pass it off to McEwen to the left, but took a shot on target, and it was saved by keeper Rachel Cox. Now we have a Patriots throw in here in their own defense. Cambria Hills with her back turned. Kept alive by the Bulldogs. Out wide here. That's Haley Russell, who tried to get it to Oldham. And 2 more Barton subs on the sideline awaiting to get called in. Make that 3. Haley Russell here. And that's a shot. That's a shot there from Brina Keegan, senior forward from Huntley, Illinois. who sends it directly towards Willits. McEwen has it. She'll turn and play it towards the flag for Hills, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Goal kick for Cox. Subs here for the Bulldogs. Haley Russell will come off. Caitlin Bragg will come off, as well as Avery Vorholt coming off the field. 2-0 still here with under 23 minutes remaining. If you're just now tuning in, I'm Alex Weber, the voice of your Francis Marion University Patriots, here as the Patriots looking to battle back from a 2-0 deficit. Jarvis plays McEwen, who is offsides. Free kick for the Bulldogs. And like we said before this match started, the history between these two teams dates all the way back to 1995. The last time these two teams met up was in 2003 of September. A long time since these two teams have come face to face. The all-time series is 6-2, 6 wins, 2 losses, with the Patriots leading that all-time series. The Patriots' home record all-time against Barton, 4-0. Barton looks to end that streak here tonight with 21.5 minutes remaining here in the second half. Jordan White looks for Garon. And Barton will play it into the feet of Jordan White. Double team here. Barton remaining possessive here. Playing it back to keeper Rachel Cox, who looks to send it downfield. It ends up in the feet of Keegan, as Aguirre will clear it out of bounds. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Jarvis will step in front of it. And out of bounds again. Bulldogs throw in. Free kick here for the Patriots. That's Adkins taking it. No update yet on defender slash forward Brenda McCombs, but she is being looked at by trainers, and we will give any information that we can that we find out. But as of right now, nothing up here in the press box. No information has been passed on to us. As a Patriots counterattack cut short by a deflection out of bounds. Throw in for FMU. Over the head of Jarvis. Stays in bounds. Deflected out. Throw in for Barton now. Jarvis almost intercepts it. Ends back with the Patriots. And our head official there getting in the way of a possible opportunity for the Patriots. And sometimes that's just unfortunate for a team. The official does his best to, or her best to get out of the way. Sometimes they can be a blockade. Here as an opportunity for Barton arises. Saved by Willits. They get it back. She's back up. And a collision here at the top of the box. Garon, who we called earlier a brick wall when it comes to aggressive play like that. Out of bounds for a throw in. Patriots get it in quickly to Ray. Garon will turn and play it to Nawahina. Long ball to Jarvis over the defense. And Jarvis staying with it. It's cleared out of bounds by the Barton defense. Throw in for FMU. Another sub awaiting for the Bulldogs. And a foul awarded here, free kick for Barton. Played towards midfield, ends up back with Garon, who plays it towards Hills, who looks to keep it in bounds. She does. Is she going to be able to get around the defense? She will not, as it ends up back in the feet of Jordan Hellinger. And Jalen Taylor there to intercept. It's won back by the Bulldogs. Garon ends up with it and plays it towards McEwen. McEwen plays it down line to Hills. Hills versus two. She'll play it back to McEwen. Played back to Hills. Plays a ball in the box. That's Jarvis. McEwen right there. And they'll call her offsides. Free kick here for the Bulldogs. Jarvis tries to outrace the ball out of bounds and almost does it. Goal kick for the Bulldogs. Barton playing it around the back line. Jarvis and the Patriots here trying to type up an opportunity here. Garon tries to get it towards Hill's side, but that'll fly out of bounds for a Barton throw-in. Barton here playing it around the midfield up top. And ball gets through, but it's into the hands of Michaela Willits. And one thing about the substitutions Barton made is that they got fresh legs out there. The Patriots, on the other hand, playing with pretty much the same exact starting lineup from the first half, and the only break that they got was at halftime. So, you know, their fresh legs are probably worn out here as we have about 13 to 12 minutes remaining here in the second half. Barton out there with fresh legs who are coming into the match now. Going to be a problem for the Patriots here with the last remaining minutes to get any opportunities going. Jarvis keeps it in bounds, but Barton retains possession. Barton here playing it safe, trying to maintain possession and play the open passing lanes when they can, not forcing anything here as Barton on the attack. They'll play the corner flag, but Adkins is able to get there first. And Barton ends up back with it. Jarvis over to Ray. Ray can't get it up off the ground. J.G. Garon not able to outpace. And Willits, no bother there. She'll just get it for a goal kick. Substitution here for Barton. Played short to Ezagure. Out of bounds, throw in for FMU. And they'll get a little bit closer downfield as the Patriots get another throw in. Barton wins it back. 9 minutes remaining. Patriots get a throw in here. Jordan White will take it quickly into McEwen. And McEwen will play Jadalyn Taylor, who plays it to Hills. Hills was looking for Garon or McEwen, intercepted by the Bulldogs, and they'll move it forward past midfield. Jadalyn Taylor ends up with it on the wing. Hills keeps it in bounds, but she'll have to try and get around the defender. Barton will keep it here. And they'll play it safe here with the last 8 minutes remaining in the second half. J.G. Garon was going to play Nawahina or Taylor, but too much on it. It'll skate out of bounds. Barton with an opportunity, and Adkins closes it off quickly. Barton has it back. Still in Patriots territory. And that's into the Barton defense. They'll keep it though. Out of bounds, throw in for the Bulldogs. Under 7 minutes to go. And that's flicked into the Patriots defense. Adkins, who will play it to Willits. Off of Jordan White to be a throw-in now.
At this time, if all FSA and YMCA youth teams would meet behind the press box. If all Florence Soccer Association and YMCA youth team members please meet behind the press box. Thank you.
And Ezagure will get it towards McEwen. Patriots try to keep it here. And no foul called, as the two, Jordan White and what looks to be Alex Lanier, falling down, but no call. Throw in now for the Bulldogs. Last minute substitution here for FMU. McEwen staying with it. Plays it back to Nawahina. Over to Garon. Skates by a defender. Has to play Hills towards the flag. Low cross. Back into the feet of a Barton defender. That's Jordan Hellinger. Give and go from Barton, intercepted by defender Gracie Atkins. Hellinger still with it. And Barton still playing it safe, waiting for that opportunity to open up. They'll play it around the back line. And Ellie Ray will pass it back to Taylor, who was looking for McEwen. Unfortunately for McEwen, she has had a tough time, and she's been doubled by a lot of Barton defenders. Barton here working on the edge of the box. Shot. And Willits fumbled it, but able to stay with it. As we do not have official replay here and VAR, so we are not sure if that ball rolled in. I'm pretty sure it didn't, but we will never know if that ball rolled in. No VAR here at Hartzler Field in Conference Carolina's play, unfortunately. Played to Hills. Hills one-on-one with the keeper. And she gets it past the keeper, Rachel Cox. Ambria Hills putting one in the back of the net with the last 3 minutes remaining in the second half. There's still an opportunity here for the Patriots. Down by 1. We'll see if the Patriots still have time. As the assist from Daly McEwen on that play was absolutely brilliant. Ambria Hills will come off now for Jada Pearson. This now is a close game with that one score there from Hills for the Patriots, as they've got a serious job to do here with the last 3 minutes remaining. Going to be all gas, no brakes here for Chelsea Parker and this FMU squad, as it looks like Hills was taking a short break, and she's coming back in. This time for Ellie Ray. Quick substitution for the recent goal scorer for FMU, Ambria Hills. Jada Pearson on the wing. She skates by a defender. 2 defenders on her now. And they'll call that a goal kick for Barton. 2 minutes remaining now in the second half. And FMU will have maybe a few more opportunities remaining to possibly put something in the back of the net. Minute 50 remaining. Free kick here for the Patriots past midfield. This is going to be down to the wire here in Florence, South Carolina. Ball is in the box. Headed out. And won back by the Patriots. Hills on the wing. And she looks to use that pace and gets the ball further down line. Patriots throw in. Minute 5 remaining here in the second half.
1 minute remaining.
Kept in bounds. Barton trying to keep it away from FMU here with the last 50 seconds. Deflected. Jada Pearson with an absolute monster of a play, but they'll call it a foul here. A little bit too much shoulder from winger Jada Pearson, but a strong and athletic play from her. Will unfortunately be called tonight as a foul late here in the second half. 15 seconds. 10 seconds remaining, and they'll play it at the flag. And FMU's hopes here with a late last goal. FMU making it a 1-goal match, 2-1, with 3 minutes remaining in the second half. Unable to put another one in the back of the net with such little time remaining. The Patriots' next match is away at Erskine, October 30th. Thank you for tuning in tonight and listening. The men's soccer match will be just coming up here at 7 o'clock. We'll see you in a few minutes.